society has no choice in this. Nature is giving us no choice. We have to act, or nature will make the decisions for us, and frankly, they won't be very palatable.
The Green Book falls into three parts: baseline, intermediate and advanced. With baseline, it means that 50% must have had a former life and 65% must have a future life.
One of the useful things about Nye was that we knew that the baseline was going to be a target. So we had the idea structure, and then we could start to think about what that might look like physically. And then we could start to look at the baseline questions about inherited materials or innovative materials or assets that exist within the theatre space itself.
As long as you know early enough, then nothing surprises you when it comes up. For example, we're setting it on a hospital ward. With the Theatre Green Book in mind, it led us to a point where we decided that everything that happens within that fever dream can only use the stuff that is on the ward. So very early on, our teams went out and managed to identify a load of period hospital beds that we could hire. And hiring stuff sometimes is not the cheapest way of doing it, but it's certainly the most green way of doing it. We had to make adaptations to them, but that's one big item that by thinking about it early enough, we managed to solve that.
I can't underestimate how important it is, or what a difference it makes for a designer particularly, if you're working with a team and you're working within a theatre environment that are already thinking about this. So you are not the person who always has to put your hand up and say, we need to think about this now. If you're already conscious of the process that's leading you through, I think it's quite rare, in my experience, to run up against a massive compromise. The language and the sort of landscape of a Green Book project really is recognisable to people that make work in this sector, and I think that's its huge achievement.
The challenges of delivering the Theatre Green Book are endless. It does require a new type of thinking. We're only now starting to build up a stock of kind of modular bits of scenery that can be used over and over again. It requires lots of innovation. It just means we have to think in an entirely different way. And I think the journey that we're going on is understanding that that doesn't have to be limiting. I think it's always good in our business to be constantly moving forwards and changing and adapting. We know we have to go on this journey, and the Theatre Green Book has really enabled us to sort of pick up momentum and speed on a thing that is unavoidable for the whole of society.